gentlemen, to the final demonstration of the day. We're going to bring out some birds for you. What a variety of birds with us here today. What I'm trying to do on all my flying demos is give you an experience of different types of birds, and hopefully for you to get a bit more knowledge about them, and hopefully then to be able to identify them out in the field. Now, the first young lady we're going to bring out is a buzzard. The bird is unfortunately known as the common buzzard. I don't like the word common personally, because I think they're all very special and very unique. But the buzzard we're going to bring out for you goes by the name of Gallo. And Gallo is over 6 years old now, and she's been coming on quite well until about the age of 3, and then she went on strike. Do you think we could get this bird to fly? Not on earth, guys. She spent all the time sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And it does make me laugh because people come to our display, they see birds sitting on their perches, and I've had a couple of children actually say it today, oh, it's cruel, they're sitting there all tied up. Well, there's actually a couple of reasons for it, guys. First and foremost, they'll kill each other, so it keeps them all nice and safe. And secondly, often when we do let the birds go, they do absolutely nothing. Okay? There isn't that many birds out in the sky at the moment because it's too warm. All they're going to be doing is sitting up in the shade, keeping nice and cool. Then they'll warm up as the sun starts to set and its temperature starts to drop, and that's when they're going to go out hunting. Now the buzzard is a bird who spends more time picking up worms and grubs and dead animals and carrion than it's going to do anything else. It is not a hunter by any stretch of imagination. So there's absolutely no need to panic if this bird flies anywhere near you, unless you've got some wiggly worm fingers. Keep them nice and still, and then we're going to be absolutely safe. Just before we start, can I please ask that all parents take full control of their children? Please, can I ask, nobody enters inside this flying area, guys. All the time, the birds, and also if any dogs come up, if we can keep them out the arena, makes my life a lot easier. Now, you will notice, now the birds are coming out. 2 seagulls have started to join us. This is their territory, guys. This is where those birds live. And as far as they're concerned, this could be a predator. This could be a big killing bird. But what bird isn't? I know it's not. I've explained to you it's not. But they don't know that. And that's why birds will come out and investigate, and you'll see the crows and the seagulls love to bomb the red kites and also the buzzards. Now Gallo here, finally, we hope, is actually coming back on time to start do some flying for us, which would be absolutely incredible. She does have vertigo, so she'll only ever go into the low branches of trees. The funny thing is, if she goes into a tree or onto a house, it does take us a little bit of time to get her back, while she builds her confidence up. Now, this bird you'll often see along the ploughed fields, particularly at this time of year. All the farmers are sowing in their seeds, and with that they're turning over all the worms in the fields. So that is where you're going to be seeing these times this time of year. Some people are saying to us that their numbers are declining. They're not declining, guys, and their numbers are very steady. What it is, we're just seeing more red kites. It's not that the buzzard is actually declining. Now the reason we're seeing so many red kites, guys, is because unfortunately a lot of people are feeding them. This is not a native bird. It doesn't belong here in the UK. Well, it doesn't belong here in England. They've always been in Wales and always been in Scotland, but never here in England. And with that, their numbers are booming. They've got no predators, nothing to keep their numbers down, and therefore they're just booming all over the place. Now, you may actually actually see the seagulls are coming around again. They're also coming around and picking up litter and rubbish that has been left on the grass here, guys. And the seagulls are going to feast on that later.
Watch from here, that's it.
Hopefully they'll
Listen
just
what
eat
she's
their
saying about
dinner
her.
in the meantime. Now, while we're flying,
Look at
Gallo,
the bird, how big
this
it
is a
is.
bird that would normally be up in the sky, soaring around. But as I said, she's a bit of a lazy toad, to say that at the best of times. And we're trying to build her muscles and strength back up. Getting these birds to fly short flights like this is actually harder work than when
You
she's
can watch
up
here,
soaring
no,
around in the
but-
sky. She'll lock her wings out when she's up there,
that's it.
using the elements to keep her flying, and not anything else. We're doing these short flights, she's having to wing beat. It is pushing in much more muscle than it is anything else. So we're going to finish it with her here. She decides to fly back to safety. Well done, Gallo. That's her first flying back, guys, in 2 years. 2 years bird's been lazy. But that's very typical. They start to think, what's the point of doing all this flying when you're going to feed me anyway, Mum? So, we're going to change the family lines, guys. I'm actually going to go up in size now and fly a larger member of the team.
Helena, can you
Who
stop
goes by
messing
the
with it,
name
please?
of George. Bear with me a second. And George is my Chilean blue eagle. Now George here is 5 this year. George up. George up. Boy. Now you need to bring your wings with you, otherwise you're not going to be able to wait. I think for now if you want. Going?
Look at that bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bird that is called the Chilean blue eagle. Chilean blue eagles come from Chile, bizarrely. He is predominantly a carrion eater, just like the Chilean blue guys. He's going to be out looking for dead animals, but also he is actually going to be able to hunt for small birds. He's only going to do that when he's high up in the sky and stooping into an arena. Now, George here at the moment, again, it's our first show of the year, guys, so we're trying to build up his confidence and getting used to being around people again. He's had all the winter off, sitting in his aviary, eating as much food as he wants, and today's his first day back at work. And as we all know, first aid he's quite well so far. Now all his food goes down in one. He doesn't hesitate at all. Now this, again, another sign that he's a carrion eater. You look at the size of his mouth. For an eagle of this size, he's got an enormous mouth. And that is so he can swallow large pieces down very, very quickly. This isn't such a good slowly, slowly, come down. So he wants to be able to swallow the food down high, to be able to to be able to get it down as quickly as possible, away from any other predators. Good boy. So within the next couple of months, we're going to start encouraging these birds. Let's falling off the glove. Thank you. Is to encourage this bird to start getting some height and to actually get up high and away from us. Where at the moment he's still just doing slow flight, pushing a lot of effort and a lot of energy.
Leave it, please.
This is how many birds can get in the sky at one time. All the seagulls coming over. They can take him on. George, come on. If you actually had the brains and got away from them and above them, they'd disappear. Are you coming? 2 pieces. Good bag. I'm going to make this piece of love. I thought you were going to fly all the way. All the way back. George. Come on. George. Up in there. I'm going to get him to fly all the way back here, guys. And then again, we're going to change it. with my displays, I always try to give people the experience of a variety of birds, but also to feed them up nice and close. To me, there's no point in showing a bird a mile and a half up in the sky because you're not actually going to be able to see it. So, we take George back under control and wait a minute. He has the patience of a gnat, I'm afraid. Right? He is very much a toddler at the moment. And we're going to take one of his trackers off him so that we can put it on one of the other birds later on. No, wait. Right, go in the box. And he's back in nice and safe. Now we're going to bring out a member of the team, guys. This morning was his first time ever out in front of the public. He's a bird who was flown at a sector before now, but was never flown in front of the public because apparently he didn't like nets and wouldn't fly for the guys who worked at the centre. So they gave me a ring and they said, would we like to try it?
Oh,
So this is a European eagle owl.
look
It
at
is the
that one.
largest of the owl species. She isn't the largest, oh sorry son. She isn't the largest, guys. You will get them larger than her. She sits around the 6 pound mark and they can go up to 10 pounds in weight. So they can go up quite a bit bigger. Want me to hop there? Really sweet. And from there, guys, we've started flying her at home. She's been doing really well. I have to say this morning wasn't that dramatic, but we're hoping as the day has gone on, she may have a little bit more about her this afternoon. Now, one of the signs for us that the birds are becoming into condition and therefore ready to start flying is they'll start calling. Now, this afternoon she has actually started calling to us.
Yes.
Did you all see it? You see that flight? That could be it, guys. That could be it for the day. Right, let's see. So, the puffs that are on the top of her head are only there for camouflage, guys. They are not her ears, as a lot of people have been asking throughout the day. Her ears are on the outside of her facial disc, except of her eye. You have one that is lower than her eyes, and the opposite side is higher than her eyes. She's not a good size.
It's gonna fly now,
Her
yeah?
name is Uzo, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Oh, goodness me. That was more of a fool than it was a joke. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. Uzo. So feathers are there. Sorry, I didn't know if I actually said for camouflage. There's a bird who would nest normally at the bottom of trees in really dense forest. If you can imagine having 6 youngsters in a nest, you're going to need a really, really big nest. Okay, so that is why they nest on the floor. They're not the only ones that will nest on the floor. A lot of the Indian owls, they nest on the floor. The Siberian nest on the floor. So not all owls nest in the tree. But as you can see, she has no interest in Sophie whatsoever. And this is just to show you guys how bad owls are. Okay. No, they cannot turn their head.
Wait,
And
I'm
guys,
gonna see
their
the
heads will fall off. Okay. They get 3/4 in one direction, quarters in the other direction. And that is where people over the years have thought they can go the whole way round. Very simply, they've not worked out, wow, that was a big jump. Not really, guys, okay? I hate to tell you this, but she's flying the full length of this at home, okay? But is here, distractions. And that's typical with owls. They are so easily distracted all of the time. You really have to work with them and persist with them and keep a routine
Don't
going.
do that.
So
Don't do this.
every
Please don't do it.
birds now will be flown, be it at home or away from home, to try and get confidence up with us. Naturally, in the wild, this bird would be hunting things like foxes, hares, the big females out in Russia can actually take out small young wolves, and they're not afraid to do it either. Now, before everybody else falls asleep, I'm going to let Sophie pick this bird up and have a quick stick word with it. We have recently met a new taxidermist, so maybe we'll have to have a word with them. I am joking, by the way. Taxidermist, okay? Don't complain, guys. So, we're going to pop her back safely into the van. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to fly for
Can you
you
please don't
my
do that
disappearing pumpkin.
when they start out?
So, as soon as Sophie's ended up, we do all our knots with our birds one-handed. So, Sophie's just doing it here. If he doesn't want to do one-handed, it's normally because you've not done the knot up properly. So, Sophie will put Uzo back, guys, and we're going to get somebody else up for you. The fastest creature on Earth. The particular one goes by the name of Ragley. I have explained earlier on today, he is not going to be as fast as the ones out in the wild, guys, by any stretch of the imagination. He's not as fast as the ones that we've got at home that we go hunting with. That is purely down to the fact, guys, he's not chasing wild game. So, just the same, attaching the tracking device to his tail, called a GPS, and then we're going to try and take flight. So, can you run like a big tail and take that ball? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the peregrine falcon. He goes by the name of Ragley, and Ragley here is now 5 years old. The reason it is known as the parent falcon, at home, this bird flies amazing. Away from home, this bird flies like. Okay. So, the test is, ladies and gentlemen, if this bird comes back into the arena, I would like the largest round of applause for him ever. Okay? If he doesn't, then have a nice day and thank you very much. So, keep your eye on him, guys. But he is a toad. Not coming back. Right, Ragley. We have had a few words this afternoon. He's promised me to behave. Now, if you have a look at him while he's sat there, guys, Sophie, wait, no, it's not in the back. Yes, it is. I found it in the box. He has got a black stripe underneath his eyes. This is his built-in sunglasses, guys. So what happens is, instead of the sun bouncing off his cheek, like anybody around the arena that has got pale skin, the sun reflects off our cheek and then bounces off into our eyes. Anybody with darker coloured skin, like his hair, is not likely to. It's actually absorbed. Now I'm going to see if he comes. No, I was hoping you'd do a straight in job. You coming in? Well, don't clap into that. That was rubbish. I just want to get you back in the arena to start with. I am going to fly you in, but I'm trying to put you in his head. This is what we're meant to be doing, Mum. Okay, so he gets his reward. So I'm going to make a nice piece of meat for him to chew up, give him a bit of a reward, and then I'm going to start flying him again, second time. Second thought we were packing up. Don't worry, here we go. So, I don't want to go in and rob the food off him, I simply want to exchange it. So I want him to step off the ladder and let go of it and take his reward. He doesn't realise it's the same piece of food, but we won't worry about that bit. So, now he knows where to come home to get some food, hopefully we'll come back with a bit more flying involved. Good. Here we go. So we have to let go of him, we will not be able to fly carrying him. Okay? There we go. Here, this up there. There we go. Right. So now he knows where to come back for his dinner. Let's see how we do. Right. As I said, he isn't going to fly as fast as a wild one, guys. But you'll see his wing beat is incredibly clippy, much faster than the Sabre falcon to be able to stay out of the way. Seagull, I would move, because if he gets above you, you're dead. annoy him and then take you out. Your choice. This is why the season is absolute hardest to stay away from him, guys, in height. Because the higher this peregrine goes, the more he's got of chances of catching the seagull out. So, I'm not going to push the peregrine. As I said, I have a massive problem with this bird. He doesn't like to fly into arenas. And I really want to keep him off the back. Keep going. Keep going. Good boy. Over the hedge. He was 9 miles away, and that's quite regular. Really tough. He's come back into the arena. It's actually a massive thing for us that he comes back. I have to say, he was on the edge. This was his last year, and if he didn't play ball, we were going to have to retire him because I spent so much time carrying him around and fetching him around the countryside. Well, what's the food on there? You're going to eat it?
You're not keeping mine.
I wanted to get a reward from the guys. The lure is the piece of meat that we swing around to stimulate our birds to fly. This is a bird that catches other birds in the sky. It's not one that flies from A to B, like the owl and the buzzard or the eagle. So because of that, it's important that when I do finally get him to do what we want him to do, that I give him a big, massive reward. So he will actually have tomorrow off work. I'm going to feed this bird so much he's going
I'm going to go before her because
he's Really?
Yeah, where are you going?
we can all go at the same
Are you coming? Have you eaten it all? Yummy. He's eating chicken if anybody's interested. Come on then. Are you coming? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this was the last bird on this display. I am hoping you've enjoyed it, learned a little bit more about birds of prey and a better understanding. If anybody does have any questions, we will be hanging around. We are actually going to start packing some of our stuff up. But if you have any questions, we'll answer any questions we can. And if not, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much indeed.
Good night.